Breaking news. Teofimo Lopez, coming off a loss, may be facing champion Rolly Romero in Las Vegas. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with the breaking news. Teofimo Lopez, Rolly Romero have a verbal agreement to fight in August. Officials, aka sources, say. Very interesting development. Two-division former champ Teofimo Lopez and WBA welterweight champion Rolly Romero have verbally agreed to an August fight in Las Vegas for Rolly's belt. Officials briefed on the matter spoke to Boxing Scene. Rolly, 17-2, has been forced to endure more than a year-long absence. Yada, yada, yada. Wow. Now, I got a couple things to say. One, I like the fight. Let's just start with that. Rolly needs to get back in the ring. You know, he's in his prime, young, and he's been absent since defeating Ryan Garcia, right? Good performance, hurt Ryan, dropped Ryan. Ryan seemed gun-shy after he got dropped. No rematch was ordered. So this is a good fight. Teofimo, best win to me, Vasily Lomachenko. I think that's where he kind of peaked. And then after that, performances were a bit hit or miss. He just fought Shakur Stevenson. He's coming off of a loss to Shakur Stevenson, right? But some people are going to get mad like, oh, man, how's he get a title shot coming off of a loss? I can't believe it. They're giving him a title shot and he's coming off of a loss. Which, you know, it is true. Teofimo is coming off of a loss. But fans said that with Ryan Garcia, who you see in this picture as well. He was coming off of a loss and got a title shot, right? He was coming off a loss to Rolly, where he got dropped and lost pretty much every round and didn't look good in the fight. Very next fight, Ryan Garcia fights Mario Barrios, right? And he beats him, and now Ryan's a champion. So we all know that politics come into play, popularity, that's just where the sport's at. So, yeah, some guys, Zab Judah was off of a loss, I believe, and then he fought Floyd Mayweather, right? So if they have plans or the politics or popularity, it's a business. You know what I mean? If the business makes sense, they're going to rock with it. And again, like I used in my example, Ryan was coming off a loss and people complained about it, right? And then he ended up having a great performance and becoming a champion, dropping Barrios early in the fight and going on to win. So styles make fights. It is what it is. That's my opinion on that. The other thing is, this makes Shakur and Keyshawn and Hitchens and all that whole little like Shavengers team look bad, because as you see in this picture, Rolly and Teofimo, they were cool. They were friends, right? There's several videos of them together. They've sparred together. They have a million videos like this where they were joking with each other, friends with each other. I don't know what the status, like the updated status of their relationship is, you know, if they stayed friends or whatever. But if they verbally agreed, which is now what's being reported, and there's a bunch of people reporting this. I actually heard about this before this report even came out, right? So they're willing to put their friendship aside or past friendship or whatever is going on there to fight each other. So I like it. Meanwhile, Shakur has like a list of people that aren't worthy to fight him for one reason, want certain stipulations to fight him, and or they're his brothers, so he's not going to fight him. So to me, that looks bad for Shakur Stevenson, you know, and Keyshawn and that whole regime, because Jermell Charlo was friends with Errol Spence, and then now he's saying he's down to fight Errol Spence, and so on and so forth. So We know it's a business, like I've been saying throughout this video, and these other guys are getting it rocking, but you have a select group who's like putting their friendship, and they're not blood brothers, but they're putting fake brotherhood at the forefront instead of just like getting it rocking for their own personal careers, their own personal finances, and so on and so forth. So back to it. I like Teofimo versus Rolly. Interesting stylistic matchup, especially considering, like I mentioned, that they have sparred with each other. And I remember Teofimo kind of complained about sparring with Rolly. Said he like kind of fights dirty, rough elbows. So now coming off a loss, it would be a crossroads fight for him. You don't want to lose to Rolly, even though he's a champion. You don't want to lose to a guy that, you know, if you take 2 losses back to back, you'll be in a world of hurt. You know what I mean? So I like the fight all in all. Another thing that looks bad is, yeah, I know there's rumors about Devin Haney, and he's saying Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis's team reached out, but I don't really have a lot of faith in that. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see what develops. But Rolly was someone that Devin Haney was in negotiations with, and then it all fizzled out. So how is it that Bill Haney and Devin Haney wanted to fight Rolly, and Rolly said he was down? Rolly's team offered him money, and then they couldn't arrive on a deal or a number. But then now Teofimo and Rolly are going to fight, no problems, no issues with negotiations, so it seems. So it makes you wonder. So Devin is going to have to land a big fight. And then the last thing I'll say is Gervonta Davis, speaking of him, people are like, oh, his resume sucks. Both people in this picture, Ryan Garcia and Rolly, Tank beat by knockout. And then it's funny to me because Tio's fighting Rolly. That's what it looks like is headed, right? And everybody else gets all this props for their resume, but these people want to fight Pitbull Cruz, Lamont Roach, Ryan Garcia, right? Rolly. All these guys now want to fight people that Tank beat, but then Frank Martin, you know. Now we're hearing people say that Tank has a bad resume, but everyone wants to fight his leftovers. Not making sense. Rolly, Tio, let me know in the comment section. Hype the video. Streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I could provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.